Hello, this is Unitha Muhammad, and I am here with a special edition of Preparing for Kingdom Marriages, Preparing for that Purpose Partner. I'm here to talk to the ladies, and I'm going to be talking about today giving him something he can feel. We're going to give these men something they can feel because we're going to be better from the inside out. So I just wanted to share some practical things for you ladies that can help you on this journey. This is just video one. I'm going to bring you more videos as time goes on. And this is the video for today that I want to talk about, giving them something you could feel, dealing with some practical things within yourself that can help you prepare for your kingdom spouse. So I want to start off with number one, be honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you really want? No, for real. What do you want? Have you ever had somebody ask you what you want and you like, ladies, we should be able to articulate that. We should be able to have a short answer for that, and we should be able to have a long answer for that, right? So we want to be able to share with, first of all, we need to know ourselves what we want, and then once we start dating and getting with our purpose partner, we need to be able to tell him what we want. When we practice knowing what we want when we don't have anyone in our lives or while we're dating, because some of you are dating, we can better communicate that in a marriage. In a marriage, you have to always be able to communicate what you want at any given time. You got to be able to speak your truth in love. You have to be able to express gratitude, like, great job, oh my God, I'm so appreciative of you, I'm so blessed. And also when we feel challenged, or when our partner did something that we didn't like, or they hurt our feelings or something like that, right? So you have to be honest with yourself. Don't be shallow. Go deep. Go deep into this when you answer this question. It makes me think about one time my coach was talking to me, and then she was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be. She was like, go deeper. And I was like, okay, well, I went. And then go deeper. Every time she kept having me go deeper and deeper and deeper. And so go deep. Don't go shallow. When you think like, I want a house with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and that'll make me happy. Okay. I'm just naming that. I want peace, what does that look like for you? What does peace look like? When you name these things, what does it look like? Isn't it more to it than just that? Peace for you, if it's, I want to have an hour every day where I can do my spiritual practices. I want to have an hour every day. That's going to give me peace. I want to make sure that I do my laundry on a consistent basis every week or every 2 weeks, and that'll give me peace. I want to make sure that I don't have any toxic relationships in my life. That would give me peace. You know what I mean? So just really answer, go in depth, pray, ask the Lord to show you and reveal to yourself what you really want. When you talk about, oh, he need to be 6'2", athletic, smart, whatever. You got to go deeper. You can't just, what do you want? Do you want a man that's kind? Do you want a man that's loyal? And then what does that mean to be loyal? I want a man who's going to come home every night. I want a man who's going to be truthful to me and speak the truth in love. I don't want a man that's going to be arguing with me and trying to gather me up and gathering me and trying to get me to, we can't have no gathering. No gathering. So whatever it is you want, you got to be able to articulate it and say it concisely. So practice that. Whenever you look at your list, say, can I go and be more specific? Can I be more specific with this? Get down to the nitty gritty. And I think you'll see that more of what you want to start to show up. And for some of you, what you thought you wanted was not what you really wanted, right? You wanted something totally different. So you'll discover what you really want when you do this exercise. And maybe you have to start off first with what you don't want, and then work back, right? Number 2, groom yourself and dress nicely. Okay, groom yourself. Let's start there. as women, we have to practice good hygiene and groom ourselves and be ready and be presentable at any time. I not only represent myself when I go out in those streets, I represent my children, I represent my husband, right? I'm representing my mom and my family, right? I'm not just not willy-nilly. Oh, there's Nita. There she is. Oh yeah. What's going on? What's going on with her? I'm coming all out and all kind of craziness and looking crazy and looking all disheveled. Somebody gonna be like, whatever. But I could be at home saying, let me run to the store right quick. Let me get this. And I'm gonna just throw this on. When you throw something on, that might be the moment you run. These LA streets, right? Or wherever you are, those streets, right? Especially in the South, those streets real short. You can run into family and friends real quick. You be like, so you want to make sure that you groom yourself, you practice. And I think grooming, and people call it self-care, is a way of loving yourself. Getting your nails done. If you can't afford nails, get press-ons. You don't have to be, ladies, it don't take a lot of money in this day and time. Well, COVID taught us that, right? When we couldn't access a lot of stuff, we had to improvise, right? So, find things that make you feel good about yourself. Certain fabrics feel really good. Like I love linen. I love linens and silk and satin. Certain fabrics I really like, that soft cotton. Find fabrics that make you feel good. A nightgown. You don't have to go with your sweats and your stuff. Sometimes, put on that pretty lingerie just so you can feel sexy with yourself. That when you see yourself and pass a mirror, you be like, okay. Get used to those things if that's what you like. I just know that men are visual. We have to understand that men are visual. And so we want to make sure that we're groomed, we're combing our hair. If we're not combing our hair, like under here is all twisted up. It's a protective style. So, we have wigs, we have weaves, we have braids. We have so many different things and ways we can wear our hair and put hats on. Just look presentable, y'all. Just presentable. Just wash, take a shower. Put on some smell good. I remember my husband, one of the things he told me that he appreciated with me when we were single and when we were dating, he was like, I always smell good. And my house was clean and I always smell good. He was like, you always smell good. And he says that even now. And I just think that's important. And I just remember, here's another story. I remember when I was a teenager and the late, great First Lady, Pearl Reed, she had a talk with us young ladies, and she was like, ladies, you got to take care of yourself. You have to wash, you have to clean and be clean with yourself. Make sure you take showers regularly or baths, and make sure you look presentable when you go. I took that to heart as a young woman. I was like, that's true. Like, shoot. So, make sure that you take the time to make yourself feel good because of you. And a lot of times, women, when you are like, I don't care, it don't matter, this me, he gonna have to accept me as I am, and you looking crazy, sometimes that's depression. Sometimes we're depressed, sometimes we're down, sometimes we don't know. Then get your fashionable friend, get your friend that always look nice, get your cousin, get your mom or your dad or somebody who has another eye that can help you. Now, okay, here I am. I knew I was going to talk about this. Along with dress nicely, groom yourself and dress nicely, please wear clothes that flatter your figure. There are books out there. I want you ladies to Google it. Clothes to flatter my figure. There is a book. Again, here's another story. When I was 16 years old, my mother handed me a book like that. And I kept that book. I took that book with me to college. And I lost track of it somewhere in my 20s. But I read that book from cover to cover and used it almost like a Bible. and it was for every shape, and it showed you what to wear. So I'm very conscious of that. If you know that you are top heavy, there are certain clothes that I'm top heavy, right? So you want things that are gonna bring and accentuate your waist and bring you in because your top is heavy, right? You want to have things. Sometimes when you're top heavy and you have a lot of balloony things, it makes you look bigger. You want, if you are round, what is it? Peplum is a really nice thing to wear, a peplum shirt or a skirt. It looks very nice for that figure. Even if you have a fupa, or you are more rounded and have more stomach, then like I'm telling you, this thing told me, like, for my shape, I should wear A-line skirts. I should wear a blazer to accentuate, and wear things that gather, because my waist is small, to make things that accentuate my waist, because that'll make me look slimmer. So I shouldn't wear a whole lot of baggy clothes. I should wear things that are fitted. So do that. Google that. It's very important that you dress to flatter your and I'm telling, it makes a difference. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Whenever I don't follow the rules that I know, I'm like, why am I looking? What's going on? Oh yeah, I didn't follow the rules. So Google that, find a book like that. I'm sure there's several resources online, and it makes the difference. Another thing is, there's personal stylists at certain department stores. I know Nordstrom's used to have it. Now, since COVID, you don't know what's going on. And I don't go to the mall as much as I used to. But Nordstrom have personal stylists. Certain stores have personal stylists. Or if you know someone is a stylist, someone that you know that just dresses very well, you could say, hey, can you hook a sister up? Can we go shopping? Or can you come over my house and we just look at different things in my closet and put different outfits together? Do that. Whatever it takes, make sure you think about your appearance and think about what you look like when you head out the door. You can easily buy these kind of head wraps and bonnet things that can, your hair looking crazy, or you in between length like me, and you want to run out, or you want to go through your day and you still want to look stylish, and you still want to, I bought a whole bunch in different patterns, different colors, different things, because I'm working on growing my hair. So you can put one of these on and it makes a difference, right? Then if I just take this off and all you see is twists on my head, that makes a difference. Looks more pulled together. This could have been a plain turtleneck, and I added this necklace. Learn how to accessorize. It doesn't have to be over the top. This is the most I ever done. I don't even wear this many rings. I would take this one off, right? I like this one. I like this. It's fat and chunky, right? But you want your jewelry to even match. But this one matches more, right? Because it's the silver. So, put some jewelry, just a ring, one ring. I don't like a lot of rings. I personally don't like a lot of jewelry like I used to wear. So I'll put a ring here, maybe a ring here, and that's good, Accentuate with that. A bracelet. I usually have bracelets on. Accentuate. Make sure your earrings are that you have a pair of earrings on. That makes a difference. Even if I have a double hole, sometimes I'll just wear my studs, or I'll just wear my second hole earrings, but I don't go earring less. Even like that, a small, simple, I would tell you right now, this is what to have in your accessories: a gold hoop, a silver hoop. If you just have those two things, if you just wear a gold hoop and a silver hoop, whatever outfit you wear, you can accentuate and change it with the gold. When it's outfit the gold, I would say a gold hoop, a silver hoop, and a stud, and some studs. You can have the rhinestone studs like this. You can have the little ball studs, but it's good to have the little rhinestone studs that you can put if you have multiple holes. You can line them up, or you could put this here in your main holes. But if you have a pair of studs, hoops, you're good. Just that. And you can get them as big. Sometimes I wear really big hoops. Sometimes I wear little hoops. Again, it's what I'm going for. But always remember to accessorize, to make sure. A scarf. Sometimes throwing a scarf on. makes a world of difference. Sometimes when you want to wear that old frumpy t-shirt and you throw a blazer on with it, with your pair of jeans, and you put this funky blazer on with that regular old t-shirt, all of a sudden you're trendy. If you take that t-shirt, tuck it in on one side, all of a sudden you're on trend. You're not just looking all front. There are ways to do it, ladies, and we gotta think about that. We gotta think about it, and make sure that we're doing it now, so that when we when the guy sees us somewhere, he be like, oh my God, oh, she's so stylish, oh, she looks so good, oh, praise him. And again, if you don't know, ask someone. Going back to the grooming, make sure you do a hair regimen with your hair. If you're an African American woman, we need to be touching on our hair at least once a week. I take my twists out and I'll sit and I'll be on the phone and I'll retwist. I'll detangle, retwist. Put some oil in and put it back, and then I'll wash it. Weekend I'll wash it. Take the time. Give yourself a couple of hours on a Saturday or a Sunday or a weeknight if you don't have anything to do, and just go through and take your time with your hair and love on your hair and speak good as you're doing your hair. And I thank you, Lord, my hair is healthy and it's growing, and I thank you that it's my crown, and I just thank you for my hair. And just start speaking to it and nourish it, and drink plenty of water. Water helps your hair grow, helps with your skin, it helps with everything. So drink the water. Make sure you're touching your hair. Make sure you're bathing on a regular basis, and add some smell good. I call it smell good, but smell good is like the sprays, like the perfume sprays, like the Bath and Body Works. Like you can put some of those on, or a good body butter that has a really nice fragrance, some essential oils. There's all type of things. You don't have to, if some people may be allergic to perfumes or whatever. You can use oils. You can use essential oils. I personally think essential oils are so great for African American skin and just for us, period. I have on essential oil today. I don't have on any perfume. I have on essential oil. Essential oils are good. You want to also be able to let's see, groom, and make sure you always, where am I? Where are they? I always have them. They are across the room. I always have some mints. I carry some Altoids. I always carry Altoids. I always carry gum, or one or the other, right? Always have that. Before I speak to someone, sometimes I'll go in, make sure I have gum, make sure I have, some minty gum and some Altoids or something. Be mindful, or the little breath sprays. Remember the Bianca Blast or something like that we used to have back in the day? I found that in one of the drugstores. So I've had that recently. I just ran out and haven't gone back and got some more. But you could use the spray. You could use those things. Again, thinking about how you're showing up in the world. You don't want to be, you be like, hey, and he'd be like, okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. Boy, she's beautiful, but that halitosis is knocking me out. I thought I was gonna fall out by that breath. So you don't want no guy doing that, right? You want to be, and then if you see that he has it, you gotta be like, it's something going on. Maybe you need to go to the dentist, or whatever. You can do that. Another story. This guy I was dating, we were engaged actually, and that's a whole nother story. Okay, I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it for real. Okay, he was from Africa, and so he didn't believe in deodorant. And so I'm telling you, he would be musty, like super, super, super musty. And I would be like, oh my God, I couldn't take it. I talked to my mom. I didn't know what to do. I was like, how do I tell him that he is super musty? And so my mom gave me pointers how to talk to him and everything. And so I talked to him, and then my mother came behind. It was actually quite beautiful to experience for me as a young woman, because my mother kind of like came behind me and kind of reinforced what I said her way, and he received it, and he started, he was like, well, in my country, dot dot dot, and we were like, okay. And then my mother like told him what soaps and deodorant to get, and I never smelled him again. He never had that problem again. Now, all of us, especially in this day, I use natural deodorant, and I'd be like, okay, uh, this thing done stopped working. So sometimes we got to play with it until we find, I'm on this natural deodorant thing. I'm telling the Lord, if you know of any brands, please put them in the chat. Okay. And so I just wanted to say that. Number 3, listen more, talk less. As women, we got to learn how to listen. We have to practice that in our singleness. We have to practice listening more, talking less. Practice with your family, practice with your friends, practice with your co-workers, practice with your schoolmates. Practice makes perfect. You learn to listen more, talk less. Take that breath. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to listen. Yes. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm telling you, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a while. But when you learn how to do that, you have hit pay dirt. You have done the most. You have done the best thing you could do as a woman. You have just positioned yourself in a way because you have learned how to control your mouth. Because in marriage, you're going to have to learn how to control your mouth. There are going to be times you're going to want to say a lot of stuff, and God is going to tell you to be quiet. But if you haven't learned self-control over your mouth, it's a discipline, y'all. Part of self-control, how to control your mouth, is your thoughts. Your thoughts control your mouth, right? So ladies, you got to get your thoughts cleaned up. You got to think on, what does I tell you about the scripture? Philippians 4, whatever's lovely, whatever's good, of good. Let me stop jacking up the scripture. Let's go there. So whatever things are true, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, think on these things. And we got to practice that. And so here it is, Philippians 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Meditate, y'all. Meditate on these things. Think hard. Yeah. Think hard on those things. I'm going to think. I'm going to meditate on the goodness of God. I'm going to meditate on good things. I'm going to meditate on what makes me happy. I'm going to meditate on good things. How many times do we meditate on bad things? I'm so mad. I'm so sick of them. They make me sick. I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired. I'm tired. And then you always tired. And you always sick. Because you always talking about how somebody making you sick and how you tired. And you always sick and tired. Why don't be well and think wellness and kindness and joy, and watch how that'll switch your life. I'm telling you, I had to live by this scripture. I actually got this scripture. I had to meditate on this so I could go to sleep. Changed my life. Changed my life. I had to quote this scripture every night before I went to sleep. I did it for like over 2-3 years. I had to do it to go to sleep because I wasn't sleeping. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother one when I talk about gifts, because my spiritual gift is prophecy. I'm up all night. It's very hard for me to sleep because God speaks to me at night. So when everyone's asleep and my husband's asleep and I'm laying there, all of a sudden I'm getting messages. You know, it is what it is. It's just my life, right? It's been like this all my life. So listen more, talk less. Learn to discipline your mouth. How you discipline your mouth is you discipline your thoughts. Watch what goes in your eye gates. You can't watch trash TV all the time. You can't watch the housewives all the time. You can't watch all these shows that are just filth for, or just a lot of drama and chaos. Because I don't necessarily think the housewives shows are filth. I quite like the Housewives of Potomac. I think they're good. I like Atlanta too. Atlanta got some drama. So when I want a little drama and I want to laugh and enjoy and look at the beautiful black women, because they always so stylish, I watch the Housewives. So, but you can't watch it every day. Can't watch it all the time, because then you want to cuss somebody out and you want to fight and you want to tell some woman about themselves, because that's what they do in them shows. Then you be like, because you can't. And see, you can't. Not me. I work in the church. I can't be rolling up on people in the church. That would not be very pastoral, would it? So, so no, can't feed yourself that all the time. Occasionally, yes. But watch, I don't watch scary movies. I just don't. I don't watch scary movies. I don't watch scary movies. It's too much for me. I don't watch things about molestation of children, and I don't watch slavery movies and movies like that, because I get mad. You got to know yourself. Know yourself and watch things that's gonna make you happy. I like to watch comedies and old movies and podcasts and stuff. Do that. Look at those things. Educate your mind and do some stuff and be enjoy. But don't be all like, because I noticed one day, you guys, I'm going to tell you, this is really, I noticed one day I was watching the Real Housewives and I was tense. I was watching them and the scenes were so tense that I realized I was sitting like this. My hands were, and I was just tense. And I was like, oh my God, the energy from this show, I felt it. I had to first unclench myself, and then I just had to woosah. I had to turn that off, and I had to put on something totally light, so a funny show, like I can't remember the Pat something show. She's really funny. The Pat something show. I had to watch something funny, because after that I was so tense. My body was tense. I was all just off the you see what I'm saying? So we have to be careful with that. If you're a gamer, the games you can't be doing all the bloody games, all the crazy games, all the crazy. You gotta do something light. Play some Yahtzee, play some Monopoly, get them old school games out. I play Yahtzee, Home Design, Miss Pac-Man. I feel so happy. You gotta do stuff like that. I do Phase 10, I do Mahjong, I do Uno, all that on my phone. Wheel of Fortune, happy games. Games that make me happy. Yeah. Number 4, challenge yourself. So every week you should be working on something about you and for you, to improve an area in your life. Every week, every other week, once a month, just, whatever. Just find a schedule that fits you. If you want to do it every day, I'm just not going to tell somebody every day, because sometimes every day is challenging. But what I will say is, some people like to, I told one person one time, I said, you just like to create pain for yourself. You make everything hard. Everything is so hard. Like, they'll be like, I'm going to go on a fast. And then they be like, I'm going to go on a 40-day all liquid fast. And you be like, you couldn't do a 3-day, you couldn't do a 5-day, you couldn't do a 2-week, you couldn't do fruits and vegetables. But I mean, they be doing this like all the time. And then it's like, everything is like extreme. You don't have to go extreme. Go where you can complete the challenge, where you can have a success, where you being challenged. Don't make it so easy that you like, whatever, I got this. You be like, I'm going to fast social media. You ain't even on social media anyway. So that ain't no fast. That ain't no fast. But when you fast, or when you change something, or you work on an area in your life, an example could be, I'll put it in this one, yeah. It could be, if you want to practice keeping a clean house. Don't ask me who. Someone told me when my children were young and I was home, I was a stay-at-home mom while my children were young. I didn't go back to work until my children were in junior high school. So when my kids when I was at home, when I had 4 little ones, but I had my kids back to back, so I had 4 little ones, always nursing somebody. I was overwhelmed, right? I was just overwhelmed. And I remember someone told me, set a timer for 15 minutes, set a timer for 30 minutes, and just clean one area of your house. If it's your kitchen, spend it. When I tell y'all, I was feeling so overwhelmed. I was just like, oh my God. When I started practicing that, my whole life, I still do that. I still do that. You just set that timer, put on some music, and clean. Set that timer, put on a podcast, put on a sermon, put on, and clean. You will be so shocked all the things you get done. Excuse me, in that 15 minutes. Now, this isn't the time for the deep clean when you going all deep, taking stuff out of drawers, but you could literally wash your dishes, sweep your floor, wipe off your counters, all that stuff in that amount of time. You can clean your bathroom. And what they taught me is put a schedule. So I had certain days that I would do different things. So I had 3 bathrooms in my house. So I would do one day was the bathrooms, right? And I would set it for like 30 minutes and I would do the bathrooms. I would get them 3 bathrooms done in 30 minutes. Because I had a set day. It was, and then, when you in there, you already still doing, doing little stuff here and there. My bathrooms were done. And that's when I cleaned, And then it would another day be my kitchen. Another thing I did as a stay-home mom is I cooked breakfast after I dropped my kids off to school. I always, like my oldest son, he went to school first. So he would go to kindergarten or preschool. And I had the other 3. I would drop him off at school, then come home and cook my dinner then. And then do my lessons and whatever because I didn't homeschool, but I did lessons with my children. And so I would do lessons, school time, then playtime, then morning nap, then afternoon nap. And that's how, you get a schedule. So put yourself on a schedule, put yourself on a schedule. I'm going to do, I have a friend, she does a lot of great self-care. She goes to her lash appointments on these days. She get her hair done on another day, get her nails done on another day, go get a massage on this day, create your schedule for self-care and create a schedule for things of how you want to get yourself together, an area that is challenging for you that you're going to put before God. You got to do it with the help of the Holy Spirit. If you want to keep a cleaner house, put yourself on a cleaning schedule. If you want to make sure you go to the dry cleaner because you got a pile this high and you want to go once a week, you want to get that pile down and once a week, and you say, I'll take 5 shirts. I remember one time our dry cleaning because my husband was a pastor, a senior pastor at a church, and so he had a lot of cleaning stuff, right? And his suits and all that. And I remember one time the pile got so high because I just wasn't going to the cleaners, and I was like, oh my God, whenever things get too much for me, I have to have order, and when it gets, I just be. And so I was like, what will I do, Lord? And the Lord said, take 5 items a week till you get it down. 5 items. So I wouldn't be spending hundreds of dollars, and I wouldn't be, just take 5 items and just do it every week until you get it down. Then when you get it down, get back on your schedule. And that's what I did. And then it was done. And then I got it done. And it was it. If you want to create healthy lifestyles, then set a schedule for yourself. Maybe you can say, this month I'm going to walk 3 days a week or 1 day a week. This month I'm going to go to the gym at least twice a week. My daughter this summer had me and my husband. The girl went back to school and we just like, wah, wah, wah. So, but when she was home in the summer, she had us going to the gym. I lost so much weight. I feel so good about myself. My daughter goes to the gym. I think she goes 7 days a week, maybe 6. So, she's killing it, right? She's just doing it. So she had me and my husband going to the gym and walking and doing all these things. And we still walk, and I keep movement in my life. Because I don't want to get stiff. I don't want to, but Get on a schedule for that. How many days you want to go, how long you want to do. Set a timer. If you have an aversion for workouts, then you can, a great app is Seven. I think it's called Seven, where you can do these mini workouts, 7 minutes. You will get worked out. You can go on YouTube and get some dancing. I like dancing workouts. I do a lot of those. My daughter and my husband, we like to do those together. You can do dancing workouts. You can do 7. There's one that's like 20 minutes. You can do workouts in 20 minutes. You can get them. I used to do T20. What was it? T25, Sean T. I got them videos. I said I'm gonna pull them out because I used to do those all the time. I'm telling you, I was on it. I used to do that T25, and that would, oh my God, I felt better. I did a squat challenge. I would do, we would do a lot of challenges and stuff. So find something an area you want to write. You want to write your book. Okay, set a schedule. I'm going to write 3 days a week for an hour. Set a timer for an hour, write for an hour. When that timer goes, stop. Because the whole thing is you're creating something you can maintain. Stop. Don't keep going. I know it's good. I know you got into the writing. Stop. Let me tell you, I was working on this book for years. I finally got that book done when I set a timer for an hour and knocked it out in 1 hour. Don't you tell me what God won't do. And lastly, I already said it, just did this. I wrote it here. Create routines that'll transform you and prepare you for marriage. You got to get these routines in, ladies. You can't act like you don't know. And the number one is how you take care of yourself, how you present yourself. If you're not good at makeup, if you're not good at certain things, I don't know. I stopped wearing the wigs because I'm just not good at wearing wigs, y'all. I need a wig person. I can't do it. I just don't have the gift of wigs. So, I be trying, but they be looking all crazy. So I just start wearing these because I said, okay, I need some wig help. I've just been natural for so long, and I haven't been to the hair salon in so many years, and I know they have wig people and stuff, but I need someone to do. I need some good quality wigs and a wig person because I like to look different, But take care of yourself. Make sure you look presentable. Make sure you're honest with yourself. You tell yourself the truth about you. Be willing to do your work, ladies. Do the counseling and the coaching now. Stop walking around like, I'm all right. I'm good. I don't need nothing. I'm good. It's them. No, I don't care. If 2 people done told you something about yourself and it's the same thing, go talk to somebody about it. Talk to a coach, talk to a life coach, talk to a counselor, talk to a pastor, talk to a spiritual director. If you're in a time where you're trying to discern some things in your life, I'm telling you, a spiritual director will change your life. I know one spiritual director personally, and then another one I went to myself recently, and I tell you, I cried the whole time. I couldn't even stop crying. I know she was like, Unitha, what's going on? I was like, and I just want the Lord to tell me what to do. So, and I'm telling you, it worked. I felt better, felt like loads. And just going through that discernment process and having someone guide you is, oh my God, y'all, it's so great. So much so that my husband and I are going to be creating a whole program. We've created actually a whole program on helping couples go through the discernment process of knowing if they're supposed to be mates. That's how much I love discernment. So, go through your discernment process, go through and get yourself together, get your health together, get your mind together, get your relationships together. Stop fighting with your family. Deal with that stuff in your family. So when you guys get married, he ain't over here like, what's going on? He gotta go get a gun. He gotta fight because your family crazy. Get that stuff cleared up before you get with him. And most of all, get you together. If you know you got a lying problem, if you know you got a stealing problem, and that means stealing money, people, men, all that, go deal with all that. Deal with that. Deal with that envy in your heart while you always want what somebody else have. That's stealing. You want something somebody else got, you want it. You don't want to go get it for yourself. You don't want one that's just yours. You want to go take somebody else's. Okay, you got to deal with that. That's some past stuff just coming out, bubbling out, manifesting in your life. Ma'am, get the irritability. You know, every time, the same time, every year, you depress. See somebody about that. It could be a chemical imbalance. There's natural herbs. You don't have to get on medication like the doctor. There's some natural herbs you can take. Sometimes you could be going through something hormonal. Sometimes you could be going through something that it could be diet. You could be allergic to something. Check these things out. Don't just go, that's just the way I am. I'm just moody. I just got this pain in my shoulder. This pain been here forever. Like, just go check it out. Go to a chiropractor. You know, check it out. Just get checked out. Take your medicine. If you got medicine, take your medicine. If they telling you to be on a specific diet, be on that diet now, so you ain't got your husband be all like, man, why don't you get on that diet? You need to lose about 20 pounds. Then you're like, why is he always on me? He's just on me all the time. He don't love me as I am. He's always trying to change me. He's always trying to change me. No, ma'am, you're not healthy. You're not. Been there, done that. Just do what you got to do. You ain't got, I don't believe people should be all super skinny and all that. Just be healthy. Be healthy for you and have practices that'll make your life better. Do it now in your singleness. You know what they say? Be ready so you ain't got to get ready. Be ready. Be ready. You say you want these things. It takes work. And it takes you taking the time to look within, change some things about yourself, learn how to do some things you never thought you could do. Go take a makeup class, go take a cooking class, go do some things, go hike on a hike, go, be adventurous, get some stuff off a bucket list, start a bucket list, and just, I think too, let me tell you, tidbit, and then I'm gone. When you're single, it's also the time to travel and to do those things. Even if you have to just save up, the beautiful thing with travel agents, you could just pay on it. You guys, if that could be a challenge to say, I'm going to go on a trip in 2024 and I'm going to start and I'm going to put my down payment today. And I'm going to go and I'm going to put a down payment for a trip and I'm going to pay on it and I'm going to go on that trip next year. Your trip will be paid. All you need is spending money. If you want to put that spending money aside too, you don't have to worry about nothing when it's time. You just got it all secured. You're going on a trip. You're getting away. You're having it. Sometimes, some things you got to plan and you got to work diligently on. I'm doing some things right now. I'm challenged. I didn't even know it was a stronghold till I started working on it, and I kept getting a block. I could not complete this assignment that my coach gave me. And I was like, what is going on? Why can't I? And I said, this is a stronghold in my life. I didn't even realize it. And I cried and I prayed and I repented and I prayed and I cast out any demons that was attached. I was like, this is crazy. And I had to do all of that just to get started. You don't know. All of us, I did a lesson with my group last week, a couple of weeks ago. All of us have blind spots. We don't know everything. We don't see everything. So this is what I want to tell for you ladies this week. I'm going to come with some other things. I just want to give you practical things because a lot of people just, throw stuff out. Just pray. I've been praying and nothing ain't changed. It's more than just prayer. Yes, you pray, but put some action too and see what God will do with your action, with your prayers. So, I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm trying to get y'all to the altar, right? So this is Unitha L. Muhammad. And as always, I wish you peace and blessings. We're getting you to the altar.